Yo, what's going on, my friends? How you doing? We are here to celebrate the greatness, and by that I mean me. Yay! After all the stuff that's been going on, I'm finally home properly to enjoy my birthday celebration, and we're gonna talk about the little birthday trip that I took to medieval times, and we're gonna talk about the very sad downfall of medieval times. I got bad news. I got bad news about that. But, anyways, first things first, let me share the live stream link. Don't want to forget to do that. I've been on a good streak of not forgetting to do that. And then we will do our hellos. Okay. Bump, bump, bodily boop. Okay, there we go. That part's done. That's good. So now let me switch it so I can see who's here in the chat saying stuff so I can say hello. Get out of here, YouTube. I love how, like, we've literally been streaming for like 5 or 6 minutes and YouTube's like, yo, this would be a great time to insert ads. I want you guys to understand that whenever I go to live stream, YouTube is like, hey, here's how we can do it. We can give you the ability to insert ads whenever you want by clicking a button, or we can do it for you. We'll decide the best time when to insert ads. And the best time is arbitrarily based on X number of minutes. So it literally thinks that, like, yo, I know you just stopped that walking around with the box of Magic 30 and actually just went into the stream, and the stream's like feels like it's only been going for 14 seconds for the people who are here. But I think that you possibly want to insert ads right now. You know, it's so dumb. It is so dumb. All right. Anyways, and it pops up this big box suggesting that I do it. When I go to like switch over the chat so I can see who's here, it's like, yo, you should run ads. And I'm like, you should chill out. I literally just got here. And you probably ran them when they clicked on the stream. Calm down. Right? Like, what do you think? There's a billion people in here. Every click will make us $1,000,000. And it's like, I don't need to hassle the people who come to my live streams with random ad clicks unless it's as a joke. And you know what? I've talked about it enough that, oh wait, no, that'll mess up me saying hello. I was literally about to click it and then start saying hello. And then I'm like, you won't be able to hear me say hello. That's not the best way to do it. So that I don't get wrapped up in these shenanigans, let me take a calming sip of my barks. I have enjoyed some birthday fatty action, so I'm in the right state of mind. Who do we got up in here? What up, Phantom Bunny, Clayton, Cosmic, Kensuke, DJ Longhair, Al, Mountain Jam, Punky, Sandwich, Executioner, Shelton, Jeebus, Eng, Andrew, Felonious T, Ashley, Gossett, Spider Meg, Keith Foster, Bowser, King Nothing, Nisha Moto, Rain, Anthroplasm, Moogle, Jason, Sandwich, Juglum, Periwig, DeVoe, Diego, Sandwich, hold on, I'm catching up. Metazool, Vendetta, Error, Scroll Keeper, bump, Kenny, Yellow Metal, oh, Messy, it's been a while. What's up, buddy? Todd, I think, oh, Todd and Terry, multiple people in there. All right, hold on. Let me just make sure that I didn't miss any chunks, because it totally jumped ahead on me considerably, you know? Where was it? Um, Okay, yeah, okay, good. So now that the regular chat has all been greeted regularly, Al, this super chat, hey, it says, please roll a die on camera with clown extruder. I don't have any dice like straight up on my desk, so I see what you want. You want a little clown action. You want a little birthday clown action, and I know why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw you a little birthday clown wizard guy, because I'm on that vibe right now. Oh, hold on. Do I have red for his nose? Oh, I'm right in it. We'll give him a red nose. Yeah. All right. Ow! Damn! Hold on, I gotta get that closer. Look at that! There's the clown wizard, man. Alright. Alright, that's good times. Okay, so, thanks for the super chat, bro. Plaid's membership message says, happy birthday, Holmes. Well, thank you, buddy. Thanks to everybody as well for all the birthday wishes in the stream. Appreciate it. Is this blurry? What's going on here? What's going on? Is it blurry? Is it me? Whatever. It looks fine. It's fine. Okay. DJ Longhair membership message. Happy B-Day, perps. What? Ollie? The hell does that mean? All right. Scroll Keeper's membership message. Celebrating you tonight with, oh, look at all the emoticons. An exploding conch horn, an exploding face, clapping the hands, some lady's jugs exploding stuff out of her. I don't know. What is that? Oh, it's a bottle. Smashing a bottle on a boat and then doing the wave. Yeah, buddy. DJ Longhair says, for your birthday barks from me, happy birthday, bud. Hey, thanks, man. I'm keeping that clown. The clown's staying. You know what? I'm gonna add to the clown now. I'm gonna give him a fat neck, but that's it. We'll build the clown as we go. He's got fat neck now. Fat neck clown living in the city. Fat neck clown, he's gonna visit your mom. Fat neck clown, you. All right. I don't know why I wrote it so close to my clown, but there you go, DJ Longhair. All the rules, all the time. All right. Jess says, just seeing if my card works. Happy birthday. Oh, you know what, bro? That's an excellent point. Thanks for the super chat. And I'm just going to put it out for all of you guys. I want to be there for you, like for real. So if you ever feel like Jess does, and it feels like your bank card isn't working, and you're worried that it might, oh, is my bank card working? You can just super chat me in a live stream. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but what if you're not live? Just go to one of my videos. Super Thanks is there. So you can just test to make sure. Anytime you're going to go out and make any purchase anywhere, you should probably test your card ahead of time so you don't look like a fool. And if you just pick like my videos and do it there, nobody's going to know that's what you're doing, right? So oh, you know what, Jess? Your super chat? I'm gonna draw the bottom of his neck. Oh no, his neck's all weird. Oh well. That's fine. Oh man. Got an itchy nose. Hello to everybody who also wandered in the stream in the meantime while I was catching up on all the hellos to the initial volley. There's a lot of people who flow through the chat, and I'm going to be real with you. I pretend that I can keep up with the chat when there's only 30 or 40 people, but I miss stuff even then. So, hello, my friends. Thank you for the birthday wishes. You are all good times. Speaking of not good times, Keith Foster, like, bro, I know it's you, man. I know it's you. I'm just saying. I saw your comment dealing with 3 break-ins in the last, 3 weeks or whatever, or what was it? Hold on. It was some crazy number where it's like, okay, the call's coming from inside the house. Using my sleuthing. Recovering from 3 store break-ins in the last 7 weeks. You know a lot about the subject, right? You know that there's been 3 break-ins. You know it happened over 7 weeks. And as far as I'm concerned, That's enough to convict you of the crime. You're going to hang for this, bro. You think that you can I'm the magic historian. I am the greatest sleuth that Magic the Gathering has ever known. So if you think that I don't know a criminal when I see him in my live stream, like, bro, the YouTube tells me demographics. It's like, oh, part of your audience is over there in Africa and it's fucking 2% women and all this stuff. And it also goes, your audience is 48% criminals. So I know that you fall into that. Because if you think that Google doesn't track all those stats, you ever wonder how, like, you'll be talking to your friend about, yo, I've been thinking about getting a leaf blower and building like a leaf blower sex doll. And then the next day, Google's like, are you insanely lonely and do you need a leaf blower? And you're like, how did you know, Google? It's the same kind of thing, right? So it tracks that data and it gives it to me to make YouTube videos, just so you know. I know it was you, Foster. I know it was you. I know that you've been coming here for a long time. I know, all right? I remember. It's been years. But that's all just been a lead up. You think I'm a fool? You think I don't see the truth? I see it all. Al says, give the clown a body with a butt for plumping. Look, listen. He's going to get what he gets at his pace. This is my birthday deal, not your birthday deal, okay? I gave you the full-on clown head because I didn't have the die. But then I just drew tiny little neck pieces. And now you come along, draw a big fat body. No, you know what? This is what you get. You get one fucking freckle. Thanks for the super chat. I don't even know if you can see it, but now that's one freckle on the clown's body. That's it, man. Don't mistake my fucking kindness for weakness, Al. All right? All right? It's my birthday, and I will fucking clown at my own pace. Heat on! Were you wrong? It's the 3rd. You thought it was the 1st? Oh, well, technically, I mean, you're wrong about both. Is today actually my birthday? No. The same way that when people have to fucking work, they push their birthdays to the weekend and shit like that. People want to celebrate my birthday. I want to celebrate my birthday. This is essentially the first opportunity because I had already told Jess we would do a Stump Hatcher at the very beginning of the month as like the first stream. So that's what we ended up doing because I already said that's what we were going to do. And I said we would celebrate my live stream because in all honesty, it's not fair to allow the people to celebrate this greatness, right? Like taking time to go, oh, like one of the best humans ever was made today. That's amazing. That's my gift to the people. So no, man. Also, it just like everything, just like it's fucking clickbait. You got clickbaited. You got clickbaited, son, and there's nothing you can do. Take it to the fucking UN. Try and get some binding resolutions on me. I promise you, they will not stick. What up, Batty McBatterson? How you doing? Hello, Ghostly Ghost. Look, what's going on? You got Ghostly Ghost, you got Batty Bat. Are you guys part of a crew, or is this just a weird confluence? But yeah, Dan, it's funny where you're like, today's not your birthday. Thought it was the 1st. That's not it either. My birthday's November 30th, at the end of the month. But that's the way the internet works. Nobody actually genuinely gives a shit anyways in terms of like, it's not the absolute day. No. You know what I mean? Like if I go to the Mandarin and go, it's my birthday, they're not like, yo, pull out your fucking ID and show us, you stupid dick, right? So, what up, Nathan? How you doing? What up, Blue Cats? How old am I? I'm like right in the middle now, bro. I'm 45. I drew out if I live another 45 years, I drew out the number of months that I would have left because I was idly curious. And that's it. This is if I get as much life as I've already had. This is the little blocks represent the totality of my existence, right? Right? Gianna says your existence is enough. We're not worthy. Exactly. That's how that works. So yeah, I don't give a shit. I did streams and shit on my birthday like every year previously. This year I was going to medieval times for like on my actual birthday. And that's another thing too. I got robbed by going to medieval times. So any fucking cocksucker who's gonna be like, well, technically, you know what, your birthday wasn't that day. Suck all the fucking dicks in the world. This is my fucking house. Let me show you something right now. You want to talk about medieval times having a fucking king? Well, guess what? Guess what? This is Hatcher times, where I'm fucking king. It's my goddamn birthday every motherfucking day, if I say so. And if you don't like it, guess what? Go make your own fucking YouTube channel and cry about it. Cause I got my own fucking kingdom, and that's how that shit fucking rolls, bro. That's how it rolls. Tribute to the fucking king, not squabbling over fucking bullshit. Is it the exact day? It's any fucking day I say. That's right. That's right. Al says, some money for the real clown wizard Mike. Oh, thanks, Al. Thanks, man. Let's give you a little bit of a neck extension. Oh, look at how. Oh wait, I guess that's no. Them shoulders. Never mind. His neck's done. He's got giant shoulders and a normal neck. All right, Messi, have a good one, buddy. Nathan says, happy birthday. Got a plan for those months yet? No, I didn't sit down and make a plan for the next 45 years, surprisingly. Do you have a fucking 45-year plan? Actually, never mind. I do have one plan looking at them. Fucking live. Cling to life. Stay alive, whatever it fucking takes. Don't let the fucking haters win by dying. I'm gonna fucking live forever, bro. I'm gonna be the goddamn Highlander. Oh man, is there a... These markers. I gotta get some new markers. Kentucky's got it figured out. He's like, you should say you're 100. Then he would have given you more. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. Okay, that one. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Oh, guys. It's my birthday, and on my birthday, I'm going to eat something awful for you. So there you go. You should be fucking happy. You want to try and pretend it's not my birthday, but I'm going to put something terrible in my mouth for my birthday, which really, it should be the other way around. You guys should be putting something terrible in your mouth. Well, no, it will be something good. Never mind. Never mind. You get it. You get it. Dick comment. Insert it. Man, I had an awesome time smack talking the waitress at this one restaurant, the one breakfast restaurant we went to. It was awesome. I started saying ridiculous shit to her. I'm like, oh, we actually had her serve us 2 days in a row, and on the second day, out of nowhere, I was just like, yo, out of curiosity, is your nickname here Ugly? And the look on her face was amazing. It was amazing. She had her mouth like, right? And Carly at the same time was like, she couldn't believe I said it either. It was awesome. And then at the very end, I asked the waitress, I'm like, yo, can you do me a favor? She's like, yeah. I'm like, can you take care of this bill for me? Like, just asked her to pay the bill. Just dumb shit. Talked so much smack. It was actually a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that. Hey, Moogle, all hail King Adger the Wise, maker of Lord on the boards. Happy birthday, long live the king. Hell yeah, bro. You know what? I got to draw more clown for Nathan and you. Now let's get some more clowning going on. Oh, you know what? You thought those were his shoulders, but guess what? It's not. He's got a fucking Darth Vader cape. How about that shit? All right. Now here's his real shoulders. Oh, look at that. There's his real... Wait, that's a weird body. Who cares? He's a clown. What are you going to do? Right? Feller says spite is the ultimate survival fuel. You know what's funny, actually? Thinking about it. What helped me survive the most was doing this shit, right? Entertaining. It's so like built into me that I was cracking up over the insane stuff that I was saying to the waitress. I was having a good time with it, just being ridiculous, because that's what I do. I like to entertain. So the fact that I have this outlet It has made my life so much better. So I would actually cling to life more from the desire to entertain people than to spite people. But there would be a part of me as well that would I am totally a spiteful bastard as well. So part of me would all like the same part of me that laughs when I see the hate threads about me, and I just go, the shit pops up so fast. So fast. I only did Keyforge for a month and a half, and it was like a week maybe before there was threads popping up, and it's like, bro, nobody fucking doesn't notice me. That's for sure. They love me or hate me, but they fucking notice. Oh, it's funny. Al, I looked so happy in the photo Carly posted, the one from years ago, the medieval time one. Yeah, we had a great time. VT in the place to be. Nice to see you, son. Do I need a new cloak? Oh, that robe that I had is gone. Blue Cats, that robe that I had is gone. Cloaks are cool. Yeah, yes. The answer is yes. Jess, do I have a video coming from when we went to medieval times? We have what's it called? Like a ton of footage, bro. This is, like I said, I'm trying to get into making vlogs, and one of the biggest stumbling blocks is like just starting, because I didn't know what to record, how to record it, whatever. And honestly, I'm really bad at even remembering to get footage. But this time, Carly scored a ton of footage of a bunch of stuff, and I scored decent footage as well. So we've got I feel like an abundance of footage, but it could turn out to be that when you whittle it down, it's not all that much. So I have no concept of how long it's going to take, exactly how to flow it all out. I have a rough idea, and it'll come together as we kind of staple the beast into something. But yeah, it's like we got a bunch of footage for the medieval time stuff. So that, but on top of that, we actually recorded footage for multiple other videos. So the idea is we're going to have a vlog video for the overall birthday trip, and then there's going to be subcategories of that. So you've got the I'm not sure if the medieval times review is going to be separate from the vlog, or the vlog's just going to be titled around the medieval times review. That part I don't know, but I do know we have two sub videos that have spin-offs. How about that? So we went to the Danish pastry house, and they have a bunch of interesting baked goods that they don't normally have in North America, right? So it's there's like, I think we tried like 8 different things, and we rated like what we thought of them and whatever, and recorded all those. We got footage of them before and after they've got bites taken out of them to do a fun little review of the pastry house. And then Carly wanted to go to the pastry house anyway, so that was on the menu. But what wasn't on the menu originally was some place called Octo, where it's like an arcade, but unlike any arcade I've ever been in. It's like an arcade for Japanese girls or something. And so the games have like it's a claw game where you're like trying to get claw toys or pick up the toys, but the game is called like Diary of a Boy, and it shows like a yellow-haired anime character up at the top. Like the names of the claw games and shit are like the weird names of animes they have now and stuff. It's baffling. And like almost everything is a claw machine, but you don't win tickets to get the prizes on the prize wall. You win plushies from the claw games that you can then trade in for points towards the point wall. It's different than any arcade I'd ever been in. And they have fucking little pink shopping carts and crazy anime statues and weird signs and shit. Like, it's a whole thing. So I went in there and went, you know what? Like, we'll try this place out. That's one of the things I did with some of my birthday money. And we ended up recording, playing all the games. And let me tell you, there's an entire storyline of me questing for Optimus Prime and the nonsense that ensued. Then I swear I got the game's machine timing down. And then, nope, you don't have it down. And then the next time, nope, you don't have it down. And then disaster strikes. It's a whole journey. There's a whole Optimus Prime journey built into this Octo part of the story. So ultimately, we got a ton of footage. And I remember how before I left, I was talking about how I need to get a GoPro with like a body cam to just have it strapped to me. That's exactly what I needed for places like Octo, because I feel like I am a bad cameraman. I am not a good cameraman. Carly is a very good cameraman. She'll sit there and get different angles and whatever, and I'll hold the camera, and then I'll be looking around from the camera elsewhere trying to get my own view of stuff and forget that I'm the one recording what we're doing, right? Peterson, membership message, happy birthday, perp, thanks, buddy. So yeah, if we had had that body camera, could have captured the hilarious moment where I wanted Bark's root beer, and I don't feel like getting robbed for stuff. I don't care. Like, I'm in Toronto. There's tons of places to go. I don't need to overpay. And I know for a fact that over by Dundas Square, there is a Circle K. Used to be a Max or something like that. But you can get a medium. They don't have small, so it's really a small. But it's big, so I get why they call it a medium. You get a medium root beer for, with tax, 90 cents. That's incredible. Like, I can get a big fat Barks that has more than a can of Barks worth of Barks in it, and ice and everything in an insulated cup for less than $1. As I was like, is this heaven? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how it feels. So I would walk that extra distance to get to the Circle K. In fact, I made that journey multiple times during my trip. And then at one point on a rainy day, when Carly was in HomeSense or something like that, and I was out on the streets of Toronto, I ran into an underhang to get out from the rain. And I'm just looking around at the city, and I looked directly across the street, and I went, motherfucker! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Staring right at me, was a Circle K. And it was so much closer to the hotel room, like so much closer to the hotel, it wasn't even a joke. Like, it didn't have one of those stick out signs, and we walked by it like a dozen times. So I wish that I had the body camera so that when we did the vlog, I could be like, roll footage. Let's count the number of times I walked by this Circle K. Let's count the number of times I walked by it on my way. I had to walk by that one to get to the other one. And it took me like 10 more minutes to get to the other one. Like, it would have saved me 10 minutes of time. Come on, man. Come on, man. So yeah, we've got footage of a bunch of different stuff. I tried to record some like on the road footage and whatever, but I want to eventually get that GoPro set up. So that's the long-term plan now. It's to get a body-mounted cam that can augment the footage. And in the meantime, just learn how to actually do the vlogs and what content matters. You know, like what you actually want to keep, what you want to get rid of. What up, Clark? Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Loco. What up, Got? So yeah, man, 90 cents, bro. Like, how do you beat that? The answer is you don't. Oh, all right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do the terrible nonsense. I've got him sitting here. Guys, when I went and hung out with Moxman, I got maple banana chips. And these have been with me for months. And, yeah. I kind of hoped they were going to go bad before I tried them, but that technique's not going to work because they're good until October of next year. So, tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. Oh, I'm gonna need the Botana to get into this. See, ultimately, I think we got enough stuff to make 3 different videos for Hatcher. We'll see how the vlog stuff goes. It's fun though. It's fun. And I definitely have, I'm definitely going to be talking about medieval times now. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, made the phlegm like rise, man. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. Oh, I don't want to do this, man. Oh, oh no. Oh god. Oh, it's so strong smelling. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you smelling? Your nose is so big. Stop it. Smell the sweater. Okay. Oh god. All right. Oh, here we go. Protect. Oh, I can smell it. Oh, no. Protect me, spirits. I'm sorry for the sins I've committed. Oh, the texture's terrible. Oh! Oh! Hey, no, come on. It's get fucking time. Oh! Oh, it's not. God. Oh, God. Jesus fucking Christ. No, mama. Oh, it tastes so strong. Oh. God. Oh. Oh, it tastes like if you got like, you know, the really shitty like breakfast cereal Quaker Oats like dust and oat stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh. Like if you got like Quaker Oats maple breakfast cereal, but if you got like the dollar store brand where like we'll sell you 20 packs for $1. Oh, I want to scrape it off my tongue, but I'm afraid I'll make myself puke. Maybe if I use the straw, hold on. Synthetics membership message says happy birthday. Thanks, bro. Thanks, man. Tectonic, what's up? You don't know what I'm eating. I'm not even gonna front, man. I had 2 things planned for this, but I can't even do the second one, so I'm not after this. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. For real, for real. Like, that other thing can wait till another time. Oh, my nose is itching and running. How is it? It's just one chip. It can't possibly be having that much of a reaction. Calm down, potty. Like, that's stupid. Like, what's even in here? Like, how is it possible? How is it possible that it's just banana, palm oil, and then cane sugar, maple syrup, salt, and maple flavor? God, they went for some bargain basement maple flavor. Oh, it lingers, man, like the fucking Cranberry song. Do you have to let it linger? Oh. Ugh, all right. Nathan says, can't be that bad. Should have another to make sure. Listen, bro. Listen. I'm going to send the Cocoa Butter Boys down to your house, and they're going to beat you with sand-filled hoses. All right? Clark, you're right. Artificial maple flavor is awful. Oh. I live in Canada, right? We have the good shit. Like, maple syrup here is no fucking joke. If you don't know it, like, real maple syrup is fucking legit. It's awesome. Like, tree blood is amazing. If all you've had is table syrup, yeah, that's fucking devil dick dumb shit, right? But maple syrup is amazing. It's amazing. Fake maple syrup. Yeah, it's like getting a sandpaper hand job from a mannequin that won't let you finish. Peterson, that was some high quality entertainment. Well, I'm glad you got some fucking laughs out of it because that was terrible. I've had that for months. Oh. I need like a piece of chocolate or something to coat the tongue. Hold on. I'm going to go and top up this root beer. And I'm going to... Oh, God, it's coming back. I'm going to go get some chocolate for my tongue. I'll be right... I'll be... Oh, no. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh, my God. Those maple chips are so fucking bad. They're so bad. I just had one and it was like... It's so bad. Like the fucking, you know, the Quaker Oats instant breakfast? Yeah. Imagine that, but like the most bargain basement dollar store variety you can think of with shitty flaky, like fake maple. And the taste clings to your tongue. It's like they didn't skimp out on their shit flavor. I was gonna do that pop, but that one was so gross that I'm like, nope, I ain't doing it. It's
One
waiting.
and done.
Yep, 100%. All right. What up, show enough? Getting back into magic. Nice, buddy. Okay. Got a little bit of caramel here. Delicious. Oh, yeah. Thick on my tongue like a fucking dick made of chocolate. Oh. One more for the kids. Ah, okay. All right. All right. Sadness over. Nothing has been more ruinous to me in terms of my eating videos than the peanut butter chocolate Twinkies we did. They left me depressed for like 3 hours after we ate them. No joke. Jess, am I going to put the Legend Stump stream on the channel? Did it not come out already? Over on the Hatch stream? It should have released about 10 o'clock in the morning, bro. But I put out like a batch of all the other previous challenge streams too. So it might just not have sent notifications. Yeah, Can You Stomp Hatcher Legends Edition. It went out, yeah, it went out like 10 in the morning, bro. So it's over there. It's over there, Jess. You can watch it whenever you want, man. I just didn't, like, normally I release the stream like an hour or two after the stream happened. But because I had, like, basically earlier in that day uploaded all 3 of the previous ones from the Hatcher channel where they were, I grabbed all of them. I'm like, okay, it's time to move all the Stump Hatchers over because there were still, like, a few live streams kicking around on the original Hatcher channel. So I moved them all and then put the Legends one there. So if you want to see the Stump streams, all 4 there, all in the same playlist, just easier for people, right? What do we got? Like 600, a little over 600 subscribers over there. Once it gets up to 1,000, it's fully in the YouTube partner program. So that's sweet, man. Thanks, TCS. Appreciate it, buddy. Bolt Falcon with the link. Thanks, bro. So yeah, my friends, we decided that for my birthday, we were going to go to medieval times, right? And you have to understand that the last time we went was 10 years ago. I've always loved medieval times. Ever since I was a little boy and my aunt took me there for the first time, I thought it was fucking amazing. Like, such a cool place, right? You go in and you're like, whoa, you're gonna sit here and these knights ride around on horses fighting and shit, and they're all fighting for, like, fight for the king and fight for the hand of the princess and all this fucking cool shit. And then there'd be like an invasion, right? Where like a neighboring kingdom would invade after they had their like nightly competition where they're all vying for favors from the princess or whatever. Then a neighboring kingdom would attack or something, and there would be battle going on. Whoa, excitement! And then they'd have the whole like, we'll give you all this food you eat with your bare hands. Like, they used to give you a little quail so you get your own whole little bird, which was fun. And like, just the entire vibe of it. Like, I loved medieval times so much when I was a kid. And I went back a number of times. And the last time before this time was my birthday 10 years ago. What spurred this on was we were tidying up some random corner of the house and found a picture of our previous visit to medieval times, right? So it was like, oh, wow, we could go 10 years to the day. And like, the last time we went was memorable for me. I enjoyed it. It was the same kind of vibe, the same kind of story, but like, the characters at the beginning, before we went in, they take your picture because they want to sell you the picture, right? So when we went in, there was the king and the chancellor were there, and the king was taking a picture with us, and the chancellor didn't want anything to do with it. They were doing that fun, like, kind of like trading barbs but politely kind of thing, and the chancellor didn't want to be in our picture, but the king basically was like, "Chancellor, pray, come be in the picture." And he's like, "Certainly, Majesty." But you could tell he didn't want to be in the picture. And like, it added an extra level of fun to what was going on, because you could tell like they were staying in role, but they were playing with each other. They were having a good, like, there was a good-natured, playful vibe to it. And the picture that we took together is very, very memorable for me. Like, they created a genuinely memorable moment that made me happy, like, and very open to the idea of going back after 10 years, right? Like, it's like, okay, we haven't been in a long time. There was a while where we absolutely couldn't even afford it because it's an expensive experience, right? So it's like, Carly wants to go, and she says like, hey, like, I'm willing to make sacrifices to go. Like, are you? And I was like, yeah. She wants to go, I want to go. So she was looking up like the cheapest hotel rooms that she could find, but I didn't want her to have to stay in like the worst hotel rooms. So I wanted to find a bit of an upgrade. You know, we'll stay in somewhere like reasonably nice, and we'll stay the night before, because the way it works is, when we went last time, the buses were way more accommodating because we traveled by bus, take it up to the city, come back or whatever. So you could go to medieval times, see a show, and then you would still have 2 hours before the last bus out of town. But the medieval time show ends at 9:30. Last bus out of town's at 9:30. So we were going to get a hotel room that night for after medieval times. But I thought, like, the stress of trying to get into the city, get there, be ready for the show, all of it, why don't we just go a day earlier? So we turned it into like a little mini weekend to go to like medieval times, right? We're gonna do like a 2-night stay. It's a whole big thing. This is like, we haven't been there in 10 years. It's to celebrate my birthday. This is a big expensive thing. This cost me like a big I'm not a fucking rich dude. Like, I take the bus and shit, right? So like, if the experience had been like last time, I would have been okay with it. Totally wouldn't have felt like I wasted my money. But I have to be honest, I feel like I wasted my money on the medieval times experience. I genuinely do. And it's really disheartening because I loved medieval times and I would tell people they should go. And now I feel like I need to tell people that they shouldn't spend the money on it. It's not really, it's not what it was. It's unfortunate, but that's how it felt. Like, I guess before we get into the negatives, let me talk about like some of the positive stuff here, right? So the people who work inside, how it works when you go to medieval times, there's like an hour before the show starts where you're inside the castle and they have like armor, suits of armor around and all kinds of stuff on the walls. And they have like a center bar where you can buy drinks. And then they have a bunch of like booths where they're selling all kinds of different merchandise. So you have like full on medieval swords and stuff they're selling and like a bunch of cool stuff. So, like the people working in that place were really cool. They were really nice, really helpful. And ultimately, the one thing I came away being really happy with was this thing that I bought with my birthday money. It was pricey. It cost $40, but it's like like a green leather bound book, man, and it's all like old school style pressed pages and stuff, you know, like this is really neat and feels, you know, pretty unique. And I was like, I could never really pick anything up on previous visits to medieval times. So I wanted to like get something when I was there because I never was able to really well, I guess I shouldn't say never. I didn't really have the ability to just grab something like this in the past, and I wanted to get a birthday present that I would enjoy. So I got this, and without realizing what it would cost, I ordered one of these things. I was like, can I get one of the cool drinking horns? Because this is neat, right? This is pretty neat. They give you a little stand to put it on and whatever. And then she's like, okay, it's $50. And I'm like, oh, but it's my birthday. It's my birthday. And this was before the show had started. So I was still hyped on the medieval times vibe. And I would not have bought this if I wasn't. If I knew what the rest was going to be like. So when it came to like the actual, like, this was overpriced, but you decide, whatever. Once in my lifetime, that's it. It's one of those things, right? And they give you a drink in it. So you pay $50, they give you a drink in it, and you can have booze in it. But I didn't because I didn't want to drink. So by the way, I guess I should give this disclaimer. If you like to drink and you're gonna get hammered at medieval times, I'm sure you're gonna have a fine time. I promise you, you're probably gonna be all right. Because a bunch of the shit that made it an unenjoyable experience for me, you're not even probably going to be fazed by it, right? So if you like to get hammered up and you're all liquored up, you're probably going to have a fine time. But I don't drink. So it seemed like the people who were there who were like full on enjoying the show were drunk. And I want to reiterate that I went in like fully hyped, wanting to have an amazing time every step of the way. Like, I can be a cynical guy and I can quickly like jump to negatives or whatever, depending on the situation. But with this, I was like a fresh-faced, naive boy who thought he was going to be guaranteed the same kind of experiences he had had in the past, just with the augmented experience of grabbing this book and the drinking horn. So I was excited going into that part, but I guess what I really should have paid attention to was the first thing I noticed when we walked in was like, oh yeah, that's right. This place smells like horse dumps. This place smells like horse dumps. Right? Because it smells like a stable. It like the first thing you're hit with is just that, oh, yikes, that stink. But whatever, you know what I mean? That's normal. I wasn't fazed by that. I wasn't fazed, really, until we got in, and then the show started, and they've changed it. So in the previous installments, they had, like, you've got the king and you've got the princess and you've got all these knights, and they're vying for the attention of the king, and I think maybe for the princess's hand as well. I'm not 100% sure. And I think the princess might have even had a particular knight that she fancied, and you could just be like, well, I hope that he wins the competition and they get together, whatever. It was a very medieval fantasy style. Hey, check it out. Like, you got the king, you got his princess, you've got all the knights of the realm, and we're all the nobles who have gathered together to witness the spectacle of these knights competing for honor. It's not about anything else, right? So they've reworked the story for the modern age, and they didn't put in the effort to make it work. This is the problem. I want to be very clear, because this is something that we've talked about in the past, and that is the whole lady empowerment thing. If you want to do it, You have to earn it and you have to make it work. You have to do something like the movie Old Guard with Charlize Theron, where she actually felt like the grizzled leader of this band of people, right? That felt genuine. She felt like a strong leader and a real character, a real person. But if you're not willing to put in the depth and the effort, then you end up with the stilted garbage that is the new Medieval Times story, where it was like, I'm sitting there going, wait, what happened? Wizards writers got in there to write the plot. Yeah, so the way this one starts is by the queen saying she don't need no man. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. The story starts out with the chancellor telling the queen like they're like all these knights are eligible bachelors, and her firmly decreeing that she needs no man and will rule alone. And it's like, okay, sure, whatever. I have literally no idea why you put this part in the beginning where the chancellor keeps trying to wheedle her into getting into a relationship and she's just putting her firm foot down like she won't have it. And then you just go, okay. All right. Well, you know what? Who cares? She's just up there on the throne. She's only going to say a few things. It's not really going to affect the story. That's what I thought, right? I just went, wow, what a weird way to start it. But then my brain went, oh, yeah, you know what? They're trying to be like the lady's in charge and she doesn't need a man king to be in charge. Okay. And I'm like, this is medieval times, you know, like, so whatever. You're saying the king's dead, I guess, and now she's not remarrying. That happens. Okay, sure. Whatever. Not really, like, I don't give a shit about all this stuff. I know there are people who are like rabid about it, and I am like just disinterested. Like, that's it. To me, I like good stories. That's literally all I want. And when you screw up the story, it's just it's brutal to me. So what happens is they have the same people from 10 years ago. So the king from 10 years ago has now been demoted to playing it's some kind of like steward role or something. I can't remember what he was called because he wasn't the chancellor, but he was like one step down. So you have the queen, her chancellor, and then this guy. But he was the king, and the king was impressive. Like he enjoyed and still enjoys his job. You can see it. The man genuinely cares. We got to talk to him after the show for a minute, and he was like Carly was just like, hey, you look like the king who took this picture with us 10 years ago. Is that you? And he looked at it and was like, that is me. And he's like, oh, in another life. And it's like, I feel for him because what they have done in the story, it's so unfair. It's so unfair. Like, basically what happens is you've got the guy who plays the king, who gives a lot of the same speeches that he gave before, but he's periodically reminded, both the chancellor and him are periodically reminded that the queen is in charge by her saying that no man gets to make decisions in her kingdom and she's not going to take advice from a man. And it's just like, oh, okay. And so, like, what's happened in each time I've gone to medieval times before is they'll have the knights all do this big epic challenge against each other. And then at the end of all the proceedings, betrayal! One of the knights is actually working for an enemy kingdom, and their forces are attacking! Or sometimes none of the knights are betrayers, but in the epic final confrontation to see who the winner's gonna be, an enemy kingdom is attacking! And smoke, and everyone comes running in. Clang, clang, bang, bang! Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy! Who are the enemies? What's the attack? So, you'll be happy to know that the enemy in this medieval times story is misogyny. And I can't tell you how refreshing I found it to have the enemy knight go, I hate this kingdom and I hate you, Chancellor, because you serve a woman. With literally no follow-up. Not, you follow a woman who's led this land into ruin, like literally nothing. The only reason he's rebelling and fighting back is because he's a misogynist and like nobody stands with him. And then the queen comes forward for her proud, I don't need a man to fight my battles. I call forth my champion, a man to fight my battle. And I'm just sitting there going, did you just, like, right before that, the chancellor guy who's the king goes, I strip you of your titles. You are no one in this land. The same kind of thunderous speech, the thunderous oration he was known for in previous performances when the betrayer was known. He stripped them of their ranks. So this guy goes, I'm misogyny. And then the fucking old guy who used to be the king goes, I strip you of your ranks and titles. And the queen goes, penis haver. I make all the rules here. You don't have that ability. Nah. No man has power here. I'm in charge. I don't need a man to fight my battles. Now, man, come fight my battle for me. And I went, okay, so you've got serving wenches here. You've got a queen who's literally the only person here who does nothing. Everybody else in this show is doing things. They're all riding horses, fighting, swinging lances. If you want to have fucking female empowerment in your show, have your fucking women do something. Do anything. You have one woman who stands on a podium going, I'm powerful because I say I am. And you have another one who comes out in front of her prancing ponies because she's the princess. But she's also not there to meet a man. She's just there to be the princess for you to look at. And you just go, what is this? You're literally, I don't need a man, but you just sent him out to fight for you. You don't have any women doing archery. You don't have any women doing like the falconing stuff, even if your argument is they couldn't fight with the men because the fucking strength involved with all this shit. So they literally just go, like, she's like, yo, listen to me. I'm in charge. I'm the lady in charge. Anyways, I need this guy to fight for me while I stand up here. And you're just like, they didn't do anything to make us think the queen had accomplished anything. All she did was yell about how she's in charge and multiple times dress down the men essentially for existing. And I'm just like, so the women are just here to berate and then the men are constantly doing things? So it's just like the queen is inherently better just because she's a lady, and anybody who's a man is beneath her. But what has she done? She inherited her kingdom from the king dying, and now she's just, I don't need a man, but I definitely need a man to fight me. Like, this woman would have been ousted from her position instantaneously. She has no charisma. The story's not written in a way that makes any fucking sense. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good, because you think to yourself, well, I'll ignore the ham-fisted story and I'll just watch the competitions. Oh, look, the knight who's from my area doesn't even care. I paid to have I got the most expensive package there is. I got the most expensive package there is for me and Carly for my birthday. It cost $120 a person. I paid $120 a person for them to spit in my mouth. My knight didn't fucking care. He did not give a flying fuck. I paid fucking extra money to upgrade our flags to bigger waving flags. I didn't even want to wave them after a little while because he didn't give a shit. He was going through the fucking motions. And at a certain point, I just started cackling over the absurdity of what I was fucking witnessing. It was so, like, the Green Knight put in so much effort. That dude was, like, right there. He was there for it. 100%. And there was like a Blue Knight who seemed like he was new to the job and he was over eager, and that added a bit of excitement when he like slammed into the one thing, and I'm like, that guy wants it. He wants it. Go, buddy. Like, I'm like, I don't give a shit about my loser knight because he doesn't care and I can tell. And the place was like half packed. So like, I don't know, man. Half the people didn't care. And then you get to the really epic part, right? Al says, put the queen in armor and have her joust. Hell yeah. Go find yourself a big woman who has the fucking build for it, who can joust with these men, and do that. I would be impressed as fuck. Like, are you fucking kidding me? If they had the queen up there, and she was like, I don't need a man to fight my battles, and then she's like, armor! And fucking called out, and Squires brought her armor, and she mounted a fucking horse, I wouldn't give a shit if she won or lost. The respect I have would be immense, because that's the same thing a fucking king would do. It's like, you think I need someone else to fight my battles? I don't. Let me fucking show you. right? And when it comes to a horse and a lance and everything, yeah, sure, men do have a strength advantage, but you can theoretically leverage skill, the horse itself, all of it, to make all those vectors make it a believable interaction, right? So there's definitely ways to make it work, and that's what I want. I just want to be entertained. I desperately want to have a good time. That's what I want. So we're watching this crap, and they don't care. Tonight's like a bunch of them just seem like they don't give a shit. And I guess I can't blame them, because the last time I went to Medieval Times, it was packed. This time, maybe half packed. Maybe. I don't know if they got a new Falconer, but for real, the Falcon was flying so close that I was like crouched down like this. They were like, don't put your hands up. I was like down like this, and Carly said it flew right by my ear. I'm like, I don't know if I feel like the thing flew higher before. This is making me genuinely uneasy. Before I stared up in wonder. Now I'm like, I wonder if I'm going to lose a finger or an ear. And I'm like, okay, great. But you know what? That's okay. Because we're going to make it to the most epic part. You know what the most epic part is, right? It's the fucking jousting. It's the battles where they literally charge at each other on fucking horses, right? Ba-bow! Before that, you have the fun games where they got to run in with their lances. They got to try and get these little rings. That game's cool. There's one where they have to spear a target, which really looks like crap. I'm sure it takes some skill to do, and I'm not trying to diminish it, but in terms of showiness for the crowd, riding your horse up to a little piñata target that's stuck up here and jamming your spear, just stabbing your spear into it, it isn't impressive, right? It's just kind of visually meh. But riding your lance and getting the rings off the hanging things and stuff, that's cool. But the jousting, that's where they knock each other off the horses and start swinging at each other with ball and chains and stuff and slamming into shields and stuff and riding each other down with horses. It gets epic. That's the stuff you really want to see. So we get to that part of the show, and all of a sudden this bar comes down, and I'm like, what's this bar? I'm like, must be a safety bar or something that's meant to kind of put in front of the audience. And then it keeps traveling downwards, and I'm like, what's that above the bar? And I'm like, it's fucking mesh. It's black fucking mesh. It's black ripped fucking mesh that apparently doesn't even do what it's meant to do. So I just want to make sure I fucking understand this correctly. I paid to watch this fucking show, right? I paid you over a fucking $100 a head to watch these fucking dudes who don't give a shit fight for this fucking crazy, insane agenda, whatever fucking story you have going on. And then at the best point of the story, you're going to drop a fucking chain link fence in front of me that's not even made out of, you didn't make it out of see-through material. You didn't get plexiglass. You picked black fucking mesh. I'm watching this through a chain link fence like I'm not the person who paid for the baseball ticket. Like I'm some cocksucker standing out in the fucking field. Are you fucking shitting me right now? This is like sitting on a fucking bus where they've plastered an advert. I am a fucking I am a paying customer here for my fucking birthday who paid for your top level package. I'm sitting in the front row so there won't be any obstructions. That's the fucking point of paying for front row fucking tickets. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you put a fucking black chain link fucking fence in front of me during the best part of the show that I paid an insane fucking amount of money for? What the ever-loving fuck were you thinking? What brain-dead crackhead idiot didn't think the audience would want to see what the fuck is happening? For fucking real. I just started laughing. I couldn't fucking believe it. It fucking broke me. Are you fucking shitting me? You're shitting me. I have to sit there, you stupid, I don't need no fucking man story. And then I can't even watch this shit because you got black mesh that's ripped. That means shit rips through it. It's not even good, you fucking pieces of shit. Fuck you. Fuck, man. I loved it every time I went, bro. Every time. And I showed up and they fucking pissed in my mouth. Remember how I talked about the fucking photo experience with the king and the chancellor at the beginning? Guess how it went this time? Showed up and guys like stand over here. Where? Anywhere's good. Click, click, click. 3 shitty photos, not color corrected. And then the stupid fucking bitch comes up to me. Hey, do you want to pay $20 for these photos? And I'm like, No, I bought the package that includes the photos. Oh, can I have your certificate? Yeah, you can. It's right here. You fuck. I just want to understand something. The package that I fucking paid for includes the photos and front row seats, you fucking idiot. Everybody in the front row seat has already paid for their photos. How the fuck do you not know this? What kind of donkey show is this? And then the food comes out. So slow. I got my food later than everybody at the place. I'm watching people eating their dessert, and I haven't even finished getting all my fucking food. What is this? He's got his coffee over there. Oh, I just barely got my food at the end. But yeah, by all means, come around and leave a big card going, hey, make sure you tip the servers. Here's how much you need to tip them. Fuck you, Medieval Times. You fucking bandit cocksuckers. You spent $1 rewriting your story. You tip your fucking servers. You pay them a better fucking wage. I get my food fucking slowly and last. I'm at the fucking dead end last. I got my food last out of everybody in that fucking place. I was the last person at my table, and my table was the last one served. I couldn't watch the shit I wanted to watch. I got fucked in the ass entirely. I got fucking robbed. Medieval Times can suck the entirety of my dick. Ugh. Holy fucking letdown, man. Fucking dickheads. Like shit, I'm just watching and going, this place has fallen so far. Like it was epic. I didn't spend my time just going, why does nobody care? And thinking about phrases like mild animal torture as a dude whips a fucking horse 6 times to make him kneel, and I'm supposed, good job, you made the heel. Do you fucking hit the horse enough that it went down on a knee? Oh, but hold on, guys. Hold on. Guess what? We've got an Andalusian stallion. Meet fucking Buttercup. And then a fucking horse comes in. Check out Buttercup. And Buttercup goes like this. Good job, Buttercup. Now let's bring in the next white horse. It looks just like Buttercup. And it comes in and goes, oh, here's the third horse for the princess. Another white horse. What does this one do? No shit, but don't worry. Here comes a 4th white horse. What does this one do? And I'm just like, bro, I want to die. What the fuck? Hey, God says, happy birthday, Perp. OG Smoke Cheddar birthday super chat. Grab yourself a fat block of smoky goodness on me, my friend. Thanks, man. I like to smoke cheddar. It hasn't failed me the way medieval Times did. Like, for real, man. For real. You don't even know I'm supposed to have these photos, these non-color corrected photos that look like fucking garbage? They look like garbage. They look like they were taken by somebody who works at the fucking Kmart photo booth as test photos the first fucking day they worked there. And you're trying to sell these to me for fucking $20 when I already fucking paid you for them, and I can't even watch the show. The chain link fence was so distracting that my brain forgot I was watching Medieval Times. And I would have to remind myself, there's stuff happening on the other side of the fence. You should pay attention. And then I'd watch a knight who didn't care hold the shield that now is bended up like this into a form a shield would never have, and stand in the perfect spot while another guy who doesn't give a shit rides a fucking, here, bonk, and just go. Like, it was so bad that I wondered how I ever enjoyed it. I'm not even joking. That's how fucking far it's fallen. I'm like, if this is what it's been, is this what it's like all along and I just didn't see it? What the fuck? Awful. I went from strongly recommending Medieval Times, excitedly talking about it with my buddy who used to work there, and I'm going to talk, like, I think he still knows people who work there, and I'm going to go and tell him, like, legit. I normally never fill out reviews for companies, right? I never do. But they, like, rate your time at Medieval Times, and I wrote this huge fucking review explaining to them, like, don't fucking block the audience's view. And for the love of God, if you want to have one of these stories where ladies are powerful, then have them do powerful things, please. Don't have them just yell how they're powerful and then have them have men do the things that are powerful, because it's pure absurdity and it makes for very, very poor storytelling, friends. So yeah, I filled the whole thing out in detail. And normally I wouldn't do that, but I feel aggrieved. Medieval Times was awesome. It was awesome every time I went. Like, to the point, like I'm totally a Renaissance fair style noob. Like, totally. That kind of shit is for me. Medieval Times is supposed to be for me. I should be guaranteed a fucking good time there. You stupid monkey fucks. Like, I literally bought this fucking extra tat, didn't I? I bought a fucking drinking horn and a book. You can't even give me a fucking show, put it behind a fence. The fact that it wasn't see-through, it's just an insult to the audience. It's just a straight up, we don't give a fuck. This was cheap and fast after a lawsuit or whatever it was, and it would cost too much money to fix it, so fuck you. That's how it came across to me. And I'm like, yo, I got news for you. Your food is mediocre fucking dog shit. Your corn tastes like garbage. Just because you bring it out hot, it's fucking hot garbage. Potato was okay. Garlic bread is some fucking freezer ass, like, grocery store nonsense. The half chicken there was a decent amount of meat on that, I'm not gonna lie. But it wasn't very good. So I'm sure they get some cheap ass chickens. So the food fucking sucked dick. Here's your dessert and a Claire that we haven't even kept out of the fucking freezer long enough. So you can't, it's just all of it. All of it. And then the multiple things like you have to tip your service. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm sure that, hey, you know, we know it's hard work here working at Medieval Times, but don't worry, you get a lot of tips to compensate for it. I'm not going to fucking tip when I'm the last person to get food in the entire fucking building. No, I don't care. Come up to me with your stupid little fucking ATM machine. You think I give a shit? You think I have a problem waving it away? I don't give a fucking shit. You already spit in my mouth by bringing me my food. Please, let me give you extra money for service you did not provide. Go fuck yourself. You carried a gigantic tray that had 100 of these, and I got mine last. Fuck you. Go collect from everybody else you served first. Fuck this place and fuck you. You know, like, it's all good. I'm not, the thing is, it's funny. I will tip when the service is warranted. Like that fucking chick when we had breakfast. I tipped her. She was great. I tip individually. But I'm not going to tip when you're fucking giving me bad service and I'm last. I don't give a shit. I don't care that you have a fucking heavy load. That's part of this fucking job. That's what everybody does. That's what everybody here does. That's what it is. That's why you're supposed to get the tips. So you don't get the tips because you couldn't do the one thing that makes it that you're supposed to get the fucking tips. Why are they serving corn? Because it's cheap and they don't give a fuck, Nathan. That's why. That's why. Because it's fucking common fucking denominator bullshit. Same thing that's going on with Wizards of the Coast. How do we make it cheap? Also, shove some stupid fucking hackneyed woman boss. I don't need no man. Anyways, there's no way I can fight any of you. So could one of you be my champion and go and fight him? Because I'm really strong and in charge. And they've done a really good job of showing it. Like, there's nothing to grab onto and enjoy. Clayton, your experience at Medieval Times was always good. I'm glad, buddy. I'm glad. Up until now, and mine was too. Up until now. But it made me really mad. It made me really mad. Like all of it. The blocking my view was where I just really started peaking. I could have let the story go and just been like, holy shit, that's stupid. You never needed the story to be amazing for Medieval Times, right? Like, it's a spectacle. You're blocking me from the spectacle. You're blocking me. I fucking paid for front row seats to the spectacle. You are blocking my view, you worthless fucking cocksuckers. You stupid, greedy pieces of fucking shit. Whoever thought this was a good idea, fuck you. I went from loving Medieval Times to actively hoping it fucking fails now. Like, for real. That's how much I fucking flipped. Fuck you, Medieval Times. I spent a whole bunch of money. I hope your fucking business burns to the ground. Anytime anybody mentions Medieval Times to me now, I'm gonna tell them it fucking sucks dick and not to go. They're fucking stupid. Because the thing is, when you fucking piss customers off, like, you get bad word of mouth. I'm not fucking neutral. They took me from loving it to absolutely pissed off. I feel ripped the fuck off to the point where I feel the need to help protect other people from it, right? Like, the vlog is probably going to be called Medieval Times Ruined My Birthday. You should never go there. I hate it. And the people were nice. I was having fun until I stepped foot into the fucking arena. And then the whole thing went to shit, right? Just fucking garbage. Just fucking robbed. Just robbed. Ugh. It tweaked me, man. It tweaked me. Like, we've been looking forward to this for months. You don't understand. I booked the tickets for months, and we talked about it almost every day for months. Carly'd be like, we're going to medieval times. Are you excited? I would do the same thing. And that was just built on the level of expectation that they had delivered multiple times in the past. Not an unreasonable level of expectations either. Genuinely. I didn't go in with some absurd standards. I had been there before, and I just expected more of the same. And they couldn't even fucking manage that. Fellers, the review was heartbreaking. You've been wanting to check one out since... Well, you know what? Who knows? Maybe if you've never been there before, you won't know the glory of it. So who cares, right? Maybe it'll be fine for you. But yeah, terrible. Terrible. Kenny, you just finished doing the dishes in record time, feeding off my energy and passion about this debacle. Like, I don't think I'm being unreasonable. I really don't. It was such a letdown. Like, when all the anger dissipates, all that's left is pure disappointment from somebody who just wanted to experience a bit of wonder. Just a little bit of fun. Just a good time. Just a little bit of escape from the grind of existence. Just a little bit of a birthday celebration. You know, something special. Something special. 10 years. Like... You know, I'm gonna be real. Another reason this fucking bothers me is, like, me and Carly went through a whole bunch of fucking hard times. We had a whole bunch of hard times. And we booked this, and we were like, yo, it's been 10 years, and, like, this is the end of that 10-year period, and we're moving forward into, like, a better life and going forward. It's like, it was also symbolic of something. And I'm realizing that now, and that's part of what, like, frustrates me about this as well. And I get it. It's just a fucking corporation delivering a corporate experience. And maybe I'm expecting too much, or maybe I'm being too emotional, whatever, however you want to peg it. But for real, I don't feel like I had, like, these overwhelming expectations. I just wanted a special experience on the same level that I had had before from a company that had delivered that experience and purported to be continuing to deliver that experience. And yeah, I just feel really let down. So once the anger's gone, it's just disappointment. A little bit of it's disappointment tinged with sadness, a little bit of that melancholy that's just like, this is the way of all things, is it? They will just progressively get worse until you can no longer enjoy. It's just it's a bitter taste in your mouth for your birthday, right? The grim existential degradation of everything you once cared about. I don't need it. I don't need it. Can you just fucking have the king go, rabble, 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 and have the knights go, rah, 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 and then just fight each other and let me watch? If I get a splinter in my eye, I guess I get a splinter in my eye. I don't know. Or just get see-through stuff to protect. I don't know, man. Oh. Challenge the owner to single combat in the arena. That's a fun idea. I challenge you to combat. You have to fix this up otherwise. I don't know, man. Like, there were people there who, nobody was getting into it at first, but as things went by, there were, like, groups of people from, like, corporate retreats that were right into it, but they also seem hammered as hell. That's why I'm like, maybe if you're really drunk and you don't care, like, you're so drunk that you can't see how badly a job the guys are doing, how little they care, you're not paying attention to the story, and you're just there, work's paying for it, and you're just like, I'm eating a meal, this is a corporate work team building, yeah, get them! Whereas I'm like, I saved up for this. This is like a big deal to me, but you guys don't care. You don't care that I'm here. You don't care about giving me a good experience. This doesn't matter. I feel like shit, you know? Like, it sucked. It sucked. So yeah, man, like, honestly, if the mesh netting had come down had been see-through, it wouldn't have aggravated me. But it was black, and it wasn't like huge. It was like very closely interwoven. So it did very much obscure your view. It's not like you couldn't see what was going on, but you couldn't properly enjoy it. You don't feel like a proper paying customer. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So yeah, I mean, I wish I had just fucking kind of stayed home and just like streamed and hung out with you guys or done pretty much anything else in terms of the medieval times stuff. You know, like I went up there to go to medieval times and it sucked. And the only reason I got a hotel room was because of medieval times. And the only reason I paid for a bus up there was because of medieval times. Like this whole trip cost me so much money. It cost me so much money. And I feel like I was so excited. I was so excited and I feel robbed now. It tinges the previous memories too. I'm sure over time that part will fade because your brain like ditches the negative and remembers the positive. So my brain will probably go back to associating it with the previous iterations and go, yo, I used to love that. This and this were awesome. Too bad it went downhill. But like, it's just too fresh, you know? Like, I'm glad I got this book because I really like this book. I think this thing is really cool. And I really liked the drinking horn before the show sucked, and now I just feel like I got robbed there. And I was just kind of like, you know what, it's medieval times and they do a good job, so I don't mind if they overcharge for this because they do a good job. And then you go and you're like, they don't do a good job. I'm a sucker. I don't like feeling like a sucker. Mountain Jam, did Carly like it any better? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, she thought that the Green Knight like had a nice fucking build, so she did enjoy that. And he genuinely, out of all the knights, the Green Knight did seem like he had more physical prowess. His body, like his upper torso, looked larger in the armor, like he looked broad-shouldered. And when it came to holding like the spears when they were doing the salutes or whatever, you could see like the way that he held the spear, he held the grip lower than the other knights, and you could tell it required more strength to hold it upright. So I mean, she did find that dude to be attractive, and he was the guy who was like when other people were booing him, he was like he was playing it up and right into it. You could tell he enjoyed what he was doing, and he put in effort. He is not something I would complain about in this event. He was definitely one of the more enthusiastic participants, along with the Blue Knight. Al, yeah, the tickets are expensive. Each ticket was like $120. Like it cost like a crazy amount of money. It's stupid. So it is what it is, right? I live in North America. I'm not living in a garbage dump. Like, let's be real. This is very much a first world problem where I'm like, my birthday celebration wasn't everything I wanted it to be. I went to the night horse show and they didn't have the story I wanted, and I didn't get to see it perfectly. Like, do you know what I mean? I fully understand that on one hand, it's like, life is good if these are the complaints I can have on one hand, right? So I'm glad also I have the catharsis of having you guys to come so I can go, blah, 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 listen to this happened and this, and whatever, and you guys can be like, that sucks, I feel for you, bro. Makes me feel better. And then we can move on, right? Because I mean, Christmas month is here and we're going to have Christmas good times. But yeah, I'm going to do some vlogging on this stuff, and being able to talk about it in a live stream first kind of helps vent out some of the emotion too. So, you know, when I do the recording, it can be a little calmer and I can clearly express my emotions because you guys have helped me to unpack it. Oh, like fucking counselors. Hey! Bob Falcon says, sorry your birthday dinner was a bust. Can I buy the horn goblet off you to make things better? Oh yeah. Like, bro, this is cool. It totally suckered me in, right? I was like, what? They're like, you can get any cup you want. The cup Carly picked cost $15. And then she's like, yours is 50. And I'm like, But like, look, it's got like a little leather insertion hole, so you can go wow, 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 wow. But the problem is, I realized when I put a straw in it, look, it curves to the side. All right, Bow Falcon, this will officially be called the bow horn now. Got the bow horn and the bowtana, and you're lord of the board. Oh, it's so far away. I forgot I moved it. Yeah, my girls, is spending a minute and getting robbed sucks. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts the bag, bro. It hurts the bag. I will say I'm glad it was my birthday and not Carly's birthday, because I hate it. Like, I hate it when Carly's birthdays get ruined, because let's be real. I'm super fucking lucky in terms of you guys are really fucking dope to me. So I always have people helping me to celebrate things and whatever. So if something goes wrong for me, things go right for me a lot. I'm a lucky fucking guy. So as far as I'm concerned, like, I still had a nice time going to Toronto with Carly. Overall, it was a good time, and I definitely did not like what happened with Medieval Times, but I had a fun time in the arcade and other things that we did. So overall, like, I would rate my trip to Toronto an enjoyable trip, even though oh, hold on, let's press some more of the clown, right? Even though Medieval Times was awful. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna whoop. There we go. Check it out. He has a void belly button. Look how big it is. If you stare into his belly button for 5 seconds, you get pulled into the clown verse. Do you know what the clown verse is? It's where they write the fucking storylines for Medieval Times now. Mustard. Oh, you have one of these horns too? We can be horn buddies. Let's get together and we can both use these straps and be horny together. I mean, we can both, fuck it, I said it, bro. You know what? Let's do it. We'll each get these horns, right? Here's the deal. We're going to fill the horns with booze. Then you got to chug all the booze. And then if you don't die, you turn it over, and then we see who can sit deeper on the horn, right? This is essentially, sitting on this will simulate the experience of what happened to me at Medieval Times. So the question is, can you gold rim it, right? Are you a gold rimmer or not? You've got one. I've got one. The challenge has been laid. You can put your horns in each other's straps. Mountain Jam. That is a very sensual option. Insert your horn into my strap hole. Take my breath away. Do do do. Wah, wah, wah. Jess, it'd be so much cooler if it was a real horn. I agree, but on the other hand, the like hygiene issues, I feel like danger. Shot or condolences for my botch party. It's all good, bro. It's all good. So yeah, nope, can't hear the ocean. The show itself was such a letdown, man. It was such a letdown. Such a letdown. I felt very unhappy about it. I'm just sitting there going, okay, all right. And then on all other points, just laughing. Never when we were at Medieval Times before did I think to myself, is this mild animal torture? But as we're watching it, I'm like, I feel like this shit's gonna go the way of the circus. Like, it just feels like they're just milking what they can out of it now. And it sucks to me because I feel like that's a decision that's being made at the top level. And the people who actually worked it. Like the guy who was the king. The chancellor, and them, even though they're dealing with a shitty story, they're putting their all into it. They were putting their effort into it. Right? There was a bunch of people trying. Some people weren't trying. And what are you going to do? Sometimes you get that. And I don't even know what it would be like working at Medieval Times. And like 10 years ago, you have these packed shows. There's tons of people. And then like you go and you don't have as many people coming in. And now you've got a dumber story. Just, can I sue them? No, I can't sue them. That's funny. You ruined my birthday. I'm going to sue your balls. That's funny. Billy, do my bones hurt more? My soul aches, bro. My soul aches for the travesty of what happened to me at Medieval Times. But I genuinely, though, I love this fucking book. I wonder, though, Medieval Times must be hurting more and more. Like, if their show isn't that good anymore, that's bad news. Because all the crap that they sell out and about inside the castle back in the day, you could only get that kind of stuff at medieval times. Now you can find it all online. You can order whatever you want online. Like, I'm sure I could probably find a better version of this cheaper if I had really, really dug around online and shopped around, right? But at that time, I foolishly was like, I want like a cool memento. I want to leave with a cool memento from medieval times because I really like this place. I thought to myself, I should buy my mementos afterwards, right? But then I went, well, no, we're going to want to get back to the hotel room. Once the show's over, we can just leave. It'll be more comfortable. It's all good, right? So, whatever. Hey, you know what? Silver lining. When I was having breakfast on the day we were leaving, it was cool because we had the same waitress from the day before, so I got to hassle her more, which I enjoyed. But there was another couple who was like new to the city, and they were asking her how to get across town. And because the table was so close, and I'm nosy, well, I guess I'm not that nosy. I just happen to be paying attention. Because a lot of times I'm oblivious to what strangers are talking about. But I overheard that they were saying that, like, we've got to get to this place. Are we going to walk, or are we going to... Are we going to walk, or are we going to take like transit? And they had never taken the transit, and they weren't sure if it was going to be worth it, but they're talking about the distance. And they looked older too. So I know what it's like when it's like, how much walking do you want to do? So we had these Presto Pass things, which are for the transit there. And there's a couple of rides left on them. So I walked up to them and was like, I know this is like a little bit weird, but I overheard your conversation and that you guys are going to be taking transit. And I happen to have these extra transit passes that have some rides on them. We're leaving the city today. And I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them because I don't want to just throw them away. It makes me feel stupid. I didn't want to leave them for like the hotel lady in case I thought about leaving them for housekeeping, right? I was like, maybe I'll leave it for the housekeepers. Like, here's some bus rides if this is of use to you or whatever. There's some rides left because I didn't want to just throw it away. So when I heard them talking about it, I walked up and I'm like, you can check these down in the subway. It'll tell you how many rides are left and what they're on. But you can use these to get around in the city. And they were like, oh, cool, thanks. I'm like, no problem. You're helping me out too. Now I don't have to feel bad they're not going to use. So that was nice. That was a nice little, hey, got to do something nice for somebody else. No skin off my back kind of thing. I like that. So overall, I had a nice time on my trip with Carly. We had an enjoyable time seeing the city. She was happy hanging out with me in the hotel room. We had some nice meals. Nothing like, we didn't go anywhere fancy. We went and had breakfast at the Sunset. And they give you like nice big breakfasts, but we were pretty full from that. We got, you know what? We ate at Medieval Times. And then immediately after eating Medieval Times, Carly's like, I don't feel that full for some reason. I'm like, I know, me neither. Let's go to Popeyes. So we went and got Popeyes after that. And I stepped in a bunch of puke right outside the Popeyes. Nothing like staring at a menu of food and then looking down and go, I am standing in a giant pile of puke. Oh. That was right after Medieval Times. TC's Magic Box. Bro, I thought about you in the bathroom, just so you know, man. I thought about you in the bathroom at the face-to-face convention. Because in the bathroom, directly above the toilet, there is a little box. And on it, TC. And I was like, yo, it's TC's Magic Box. I didn't know he meant it's a magic box above the toilet. I figured out the fucking Sphinx's riddle. I saw your box, bro. Thanks, Casey. Blue Cats, what's the plan next year? Not Medieval Times, that's for sure. That's for sure. Jess, Five Guys. Yo, we went to Five Guys. We went to Five Guys as one of our meals. And we got there, and it was like the burgers are like $10 each. And I was like, whoa. But I remembered, oh, wait a minute. Their full-on burgers are double patties. So the little burgers were $8, which was still a lot. But their burgers are pretty good. So I was like, we each got a little burger and an order of fries. And then I like loaded up on a bunch of peanuts. Because I used to love doing that when I went to Five Guys. I would like get a bunch of peanuts and then I'd put them in my takeout bag and I'd leave with a stash of peanuts. I used to do that so I'd have something to eat on the bus ride home. This time I did it for old time's sake. See you later, Kenny. Al, yep, Medieval Times was the worst meal we had out of all of them. Prussia, is it in Toronto? Yeah, the Toronto one. The Toronto one, 100%. Yeah, Al, the fries at Five Guys are good. I also forgot how they do the fries, so I mistakenly ordered a medium, which was stupid. Because when you order fries for them, they fill up whatever cup and throw more in the bag. Like, the amount of food they gave was so crazy that after, like, that and the breakfast we have at the Sunset were both so big that they made us skip the next meal because we just didn't feel hungry. I said to Carly, I'm like, are you hungry? She's like, nah, we each, like, nibbled on a little snack here or there. But we skipped meals because how big they were. Mountain Jam. I mean, I haven't had anything bad from Five Guys, but I feel you. Depending on where you go and who's making it on a given day, you could have a bad experience. The fries are good. Oh, it's making me hungry, man. You know what? I'll have a piece of cake tonight. I'll have a person. I got Deep and Delicious. My birthday cakes are like the cheapest cakes on earth. Carly likes to have like the fancy Dairy Queen ice cream cakes that cost $40, and I have like the $6 Deep and Delicious cakes. Although they might be $8 now. You know what I mean? Like those big tray cakes. It's great. It's great. That's what I have tonight. Oh, medieval times. Man. Well, you know what? I'm glad. I guess I'm glad that I bought this first because I probably wouldn't have got anything after the show otherwise. Jess, you're gonna get $20 worth of food from Five Guys? That's plenty, man. That's like, that lasts. Make sure you get a bunch of peanuts. Make sure you get a bunch of peanuts. I have a picture for the vlog of all the peanuts I got. Like 3 trays worth. A lot of peanuts. It took me a little while to shell them all. Peter saying you got Five Guys. It's all overpriced for a basic burger and lame fries. Fair enough. It's just better than stuff like Burger King and McDonald's. It's not like an epic burger. There was actually a place in Toronto that made some really good burgers and had some really good ketchup. Thinking about it is making my mouth water. I remember them. That was actually the first place where I tried like hot peppers on a burger and realized, yo, this is actually really good. There was also a place downtown that made awesome burgers. And I would get burgers, like a burger and poutine from them all the time. All the time. I did that when I needed to put on weight. And that worked out great because they were great. But now that place sucks. Everybody who used to work there quit, and it's an awful place now. Yeah, Al, there you go. That's a good idea. Just get gigantic bags of popcorn and watch movies that you love. I can get down with that. For sure. Well, my friends, thanks for coming and hanging out for the stream. It's been a good one. We will reconvene tomorrow. All right? I'll catch up with you guys then. I gotta go cry. I gotta go cry some more over my medieval time sadness. Wah. Chainsaw Man's coming.
Yeah.